That always warms my heart up with joy every time I hear that old school Warner home video logo. That just might be how I start every single new release roundup from here on out. We're starting a trend. This is new release roundup number 16, I believe, somewhere around there. And boy, howdy, I've got a lot of movies to show off today. I took last week off. I'm still not feeling 100%. But I'm here for you guys, and I'm here because I have way too many movies to not show off this week. We have stack number 1. This is just half of everything that I have to show you. And then here's stack number 2 as well. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to go over. A lot of great boutique releases have released in the past couple of weeks. A lot of great steelbooks have also released in the past couple of weeks. So I don't really want to waste any more time. I want to get to one of like the big heavy hitter releases, and that is Inside Out 2. In fact, I just got done watching the 4K with my kids. Every Friday is Friday movie night, so popped this sucker on. Wow. This movie is the movie's spectacular, of course. It's a very solid movie. I want to say it's my third favorite movie of 2024, somewhere around there. The 4K transfer of Inside Out 2. Amazing. Dare I say, like, reference quality disc. Me watching this on 4K makes me want to make a review of this movie because it pops like crazy. My two favorite subgenres of 4K movie watching are animated and black and white. I feel like that kind of showcases off what the format can offer. It just pops like crazy. Highly recommend watching Inside Out 2 on a 4K disc if you have a 4K player and an OLED. You will not be disappointed at all. Here is the front cover here. The more I look at this image, the more it's growing on me. The first time that I saw this image, I was kind of like, why did they choose to go with that artwork? I will say the spot gloss on every single person on the front cover and nowhere else. It's just a whole bunch of a white void. I do like that choice. And on the backside, like I showed off a little bit earlier, we have all the emotions inside of teenage Riley's mind and hair and kind of body. So yeah, it's nice. I like the simple yet striking releases. The more I look at this, the more I enjoy it. We pop it open. I have the Blu-ray in right now. The 4K is right here, but both discs kind of look like a memory orb, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, we have a Joy and Sadness putting away said memory orbs. So just a very nice touch. I'm watching the Blu-ray right now, muted, because I wanted to see some of the special features. The special features are not on the 4K disc. They are only on the Blu-ray. And there's a lot of solid ones. A lot of solid ones indeed. So, again, if you have not seen Inside Out 2, highly recommend. If you don't want to buy the 4K, I want to say it's going to be streaming later this month on Disney+. So even if you just stream the movie, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I enjoy this movie quite a bit. Next up, we got to get to a beefy box set. And this is the beefiest box set of the week. This is Film Focus, Harvey Keitel from Imprint Films. I love Imprint Films box sets. I think they are consistently some of the best that physical media has to offer. Absolutely love them. Again, just on the back, striking imagery. There's always a quote on these Film Focus ones. The box looks nice and sleek. And as you can see, each movie has its own individual case, which I always prefer over it just kind of like being like either a stack pack or like even like discs on top of discs. Just let me thumb through it like I'm looking at like blood sample cells, like I'm Dexter or something. I just slide them out like this, slide them out like this. It's kind of nice. I will slide out the movies that are included in this set. Very risque photo, so you are warned. I got Bad Lieutenant. Whoa. I got Bad Lieutenant. Whoa. Okay. That is a very striking image, but it is one of the most memorable scenes in the movie, of course. Whoa. Harvey Keitel is ripped in this movie. He's also a complete ass in this movie. Bad Lieutenant in the title. Saw it for the first time when Kino Lorber came out with their 4K release. I don't know if I could ever recommend Bad Lieutenant, but I feel like it's a movie that the majority of film lovers should watch at least once, if you can kind of find it out. Next one up, The Young Americans. I don't think I've seen any more of these movies in here. So I'm very excited to check out the rest of these suckers. Yes, the Young Americans literally don't know anything about this. Scotland Yard calls an American agent, John Harris, from the Drug Enforcement Agency to help nip a British illegal drug cartel in London. Okay, that sounds kind of fun. Next up, we have Abel Ferreira was the director of Bad Lieutenant. Whoa. And his follow-up to that movie was Dangerous Game with Harvey Keitel and Madonna. So I'm very intrigued. Out of this entire box set, I'm probably going to watch this one first, just because love it or hate Bad Lieutenant, it'll stick with you. And I feel like this is going to do the same thing. I've heard that there are a couple messed up scenes in this movie as well. I feel like that's Abel Ferrara's stamp of approval for him making movies. He wants you to remember what he makes. So I'm going to check it out. Then we have Imaginary Crimes with Harvey Keitel and Vincent D'Onofrio and Chris Penn and Kelly Lynch. I don't know anything about this movie either. Ray Weiler is a charmer who could just sell cookies to Girl Scouts. He knows he'll strike it rich if he just keeps hustling. When he doesn't know is that his pie-in-the-sky schemes are separating him from the family he loves so dearly. That sounds depressing as all get out. Oh my God. That will probably be last on the list. This one is a close second to Dangerous Game because I do like me a Spike Lee joint. Here's one I've never seen. Clockers. Just this reminds me of like Anatomy of a Fall. Anatomy of a Murder, excuse me. The Hitchcock film and all the poster artwork that went on with that. Harvey Keitel, John Turturro, Delroy Lindo. A Brooklyn man confesses to a drug dealer's murder, but a veteran detective suspects that the real culprit is his young drug dealer brother. That sounds very interesting to me. Isaiah Washington's in this. Keith David's in this. Let's go. Yeah, this sounds like a good one. I guess I should be showing you the inside of these as well because I love the artwork that they're showing on all of these. When I'm putting them back in the case, I will showcase off all the inside artwork as well. And last but not least, we have a Jane Campion film. I have not checked out enough of her filmography, so I'm very happy I'll be able to check out Holy Smoke with Kate Winslet. While on a journey of discovery in exotic India, beautiful young Ruth Barron falls under the influence of a charismatic religious guru. Oh, is Harvey Keitel the guru? That's cute. And what I like about these is that sometimes they throw video essays on there. Love me a good video essay. I think just throwing on a random interview is kind of a little bit lazy, I guess. It's pretty easy to do at the least. If you put some time and effort into like editing a narrative that I can watch or a video essay, like literally like don't put an essay in a book because I will not read the book, even though I bet there's some good essays in here. Put it to video, say exactly what you wrote down, and I will watch it as a special feature once I'm done with the movie. That's how I am, at least. But yeah, this book just kind of showcases off clips from each of the 6 movies. It also came with this J card that does fit in the box. You can't see the box from right here. Sorry. It comes with a J card that fits in the box. Shows you everything that's inside of it as well. Imprint does not number like Umbrella does, and I kind of wish they did because I like the numbering factor. But now let's showcase off the inside of each and every one of these. Holy smoke! I did show you Clockers already, so I'm going to put Clockers back in here. We have Imaginary Crimes. Inside. Oh, God, what is her name? She's from The Craft. She's from The Waterboy. That's going to drive me nuts. What is it? Fairuza Balk. Isn't that her name? That's her. Imaginary Crimes. We've got Dangerous Game. Wow, there's not a lot to see in there. They picked a bad spot to put the disc. That's kind of like one of my gripes with some of these inside artworks as well. Just like make it so that you don't have to take the disc out in order to have the scenery look good. I don't know. Is that just me? Let me know. And then Bad Lieutenant. Whoa. We got, oh God, we got the disc artwork with more. Whoa. Good thing there's some shading effect going on there. Whoa. That's enough. That's enough Harvey Keitel for one stream. But this box set is a beaut, folks. Yeah, if you don't have any imprint in your life, they make very high quality stuff. The Wicker Man box set that I have is like one of my favorite pieces in my collection, just because it looks so striking inside and out. These box sets, you can't do any wrong. I'm not going to wax poetic about them anymore, but I will say, worth your time if you don't have any in your collection. Let's get to some of the comments that we have in here. Let's go to Home of Horror. How's it going? Hi. A lot of highs. Hello. I've tried asking a question last night on Corey's live stream. You're wondering, are we going to get any more Mondo 4K Steelbooks? I do know that they sold well in stores. The majority, it was like a 50-50 split. Like Avengers sold well and Black Panther sold well. There's a third one that sold very well. Guardians of the Galaxy sold well. The other 3 or 2 just not great. So I'm assuming that a part 2 will come, but nothing has been said officially yet. I'm crossing my fingers because a lot of that stuff that we got was just phase 1 MCU stuff. There's a lot of later releases from Mondo and Marvel that look phenomenal, and I really hope to get some of those in the collection because a lot of the phase 1 stuff I personally already had. So that's kind of a bummer, and I'm hoping to get more because I want them. Do I have the Coraline Steelbook? What was your name? Miniton6986? I do, and I think it's pretty easily grabbable too, so you're in luck. It's one of the ones that is just kind of floating up there. Coraline's great. Love Coraline so much. The 4K Steelbook from Leica and Shout Factory looks absolutely phenomenal. Cannot recommend it enough. It's nice to see that the re-release in theaters in 3D is doing very well. I originally saw Coraline when it came out in theaters in 3D with my girlfriend, who is now my wife. So I thought about taking the kids to that because there was like a stint a couple months ago in the summertime where I have another packaged version of Coraline that has the 3D glasses and the 3D version, and it looks pretty darn good. So I didn't know if they'd be sick of it already, but I think it would have been fun for all of us to go and experience that together. It would have been a full circle moment for sure. But there's always next time, right? There's always some other time that we can go to the movies. Here's a movie that I had never seen before. Added it to the pile. I picked this up at Half Price Books, and I didn't make a video about it because this is the only thing I picked up. I'm doing horror movie remakes this spooky dooky season, this September, October. And I recently just watched this movie for the first time. What was it? 3-4 months ago? Fright Night. The original Fright Night is so good. It's my favorite vampire flick now. I watched Fright Night Part 2. Do I have those readily available? I do. They're right here. Okay. So I'm just doing a little show and tell today. Fright Night, the original, highly recommend if you have not seen it. Highly recommend you getting your hands on the Steelbook if you possibly can. Not only because the transfer looks great, not only because the Steelbook looks so sharp, but because of all of the actual extras that are on here, packed. This release is absolutely stacked. There's no US Blu-ray release of Fright Night Part 2, but I liked Part 1 so much I wanted to see Part 2. So my friend over at Sloppy Second Sales sent me Fright Night Part 2 because I just wanted to see what it was about. And this is very, very fun as well. A very fun sequel. Not a lot like the first, but still a continuation story-wise from the first. I had a really good time with 1 and 2. It bums me out that there's not a good way to watch Fright Night Part 2. I feel like that release should be released, like if Vinegar Syndrome got their hands on Fright Night Part 2, it would be one of their best-selling Blu-rays or 4Ks that they've ever put out. I feel like there is a big group of people that want to see a physical release in the States of that movie. But now, finally, we got the Fright Night remake, and for the most part, I liked it. It's not as good as the 80s version. Main thing that killed this is that when this was made, it was like peak Twilight fever. So every studio was going in its catalog like, okay, what vampire franchise do we have and what can we either reboot or sequelize or something? Sony tried to make Fright Night a thing again and didn't do that well in the box office. It also bummed me out Craig Gillespie is the director of this movie. He also directed I, Tonya. He also directed Pam and Tommy on Hulu. He also directed Dumb Money, which is a very good movie from last year if you haven't seen that. So I'm like, he directed 3 pretty good movies. This should be good. And this is probably the weakest movie I've seen from him. And part of that isn't his fault. This was also the big boom of 3D movies. And there are so many gimmicky 3D CGI splatters at the camera that anytime that pops up when I'm watching it at home drives me so nuts. It just kind of pulls me out of the movie. Because when I'm watching a movie, I like to be sucked into the world. Literally, they're trying to be as immersive as possible by throwing things out at the screen at you and trying to immerse you there. Does not work for me at all. Does the exact opposite. It's just like, oh, I'm watching a movie. I'm not getting sucked into the world anymore. And this movie's fine. It's fine because of the plot of the first movie. It more or less goes through the same motions as the first movie, and I thought the first movie was strong because of that. The reboot also is. The acting's pretty strong in here. It's worth a watch, I guess. I would rather you watch the original than this one, but if you can only get your hands on this one, it's not a bad thing either. And I don't know if any of you guys caught the stream I did with Corey the other night. I'm still fighting a cold, so I'm going to be taking a lot of water breaks. I'm going to be probably like muting and throwing a picture, an image on there while I blow my schnoz. So just kind of stick with me here because I have like 38 more movies to go. I've got a lot. So buckle in, everybody. Maybe every time I do that, I should play like a video clip or something. I have a couple of video clips that I could do. Collector Movie Man just pre-ordered the second sight edition of Late Night with the Devil. That's a very, very good one. I am getting that as well. I'm not getting the big box set. For me, with Second Sight, I'm okay with just their basic editions. I really just want to get my hands on their transfers because their 4K transfers are really second to none. They are very, very gorgeous. They're gorgeous. And Dizzy Gamer's in here. What's up? How's it going indeed? Okay, let's continue to go. And I want to space out the Steelbooks a little bit, so I will get to them shortly. Let's go with an MVD movie. I've got a smattering of MVD, a smattering of Kino. Let's go with this one from MVD Visual, My Love Affair with Marriage. I'm a big fan of animation in all shapes and sizes. Doesn't matter what kind of animation it is, I will always give it a shot. So I will watch this at some point. This is going to go in the stack of movies that is right across from me. I will watch this when I'm working. I feel like this is a background movie watch for me. But friend of the channel, friend of the podcast Boutique Talk, Matt McCarthy, he did watch this and he said this movie was phenomenal. So I love little hidden gems like this. I cannot wait to give it a shot. I've got to wow, I had to sneeze there bad. Excuse me on that. Like I said, Drainage City. But that broke some stuff up. That's very, very, very good. Probably TMI. I will stop talking about it. Let's go to a Dizzy Gamer question. Physical media question. Your opinion on DVDs. You're mostly a DVD collector with the only rare Blu-ray purchase. I would say in the year 2024, I try to not get a lot of DVDs added to the collection that I've bought in personally, even though I am going to my next release that I'll talk about will be a DVD, because there are certain circumstances to where I'm okay getting a DVD, but I will always grab the 4K or Blu-ray before I go into my storage room, into my DVD dungeon to grab a DVD. They're just kind of more out of the way, but it is also nice to have. Speaking of DVDs though, I just put out a video today where I was looking at half-price books, and I found 2 movies that I like the director of, Dario Argento. I've seen a couple of his movies now, and I've liked every single one. So I never got into this series until a couple of years ago, and I've only seen a couple of entries in the Masters of Horror franchise. When I went through all of John Carpenter's filmography, I saw that a couple of his movies that he had were from this Masters of Horror line, one of which is called Cigarette Burns, which is pretty high up in my John Carpenter rankings. I thought that movie was very original. I love movies that take place in movie theaters. So again, just another soft spot in my heart there. Dario Argento had 2 movies that he directed for Masters of Horror. He had Pelts and he had Jennifer. And to my knowledge, I have not seen a lot of these movies make it past the DVD stage. So I wanted to have them in the collection because I know one of these spooky dooky seasons I will go and pick Dario Argento. So there is that. But I have to blow my nose really fast. I'm going to play a video. Let's play one. I'm going to play this one. This one's kind of fun. Excuse me.
Meanwhile, you two were standing around, finger popping each other's assholes.
We're not finger popping each other's assholes.
That was fun, right? I have a couple of videos that I was going to use for like super chat type stuff. But I just never really have yet. I've got them in the chamber. I think that would be a fun one to do. Sorry, I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff on the fly here. But yeah, I love 21 Jump Street. I quote that line probably a little bit too much to like friends and family. And my wife probably has to hear that line 2-3 times a week. If they could pop in each other's assholes like that. It's a very, very fun phrase. But Pelts and Jennifer are my number 4 and 5 of this new release roundup. I have a couple more in the chamber. They're just not really long clips. But let's go to another Steelbook, shall we? The next one I have on the stack, the sequel is out now. We have Beetlejuice. And I love this Steelbook. I love the design of this Steelbook. I have an art print that I have of this image. It looks a little bit different than this image, but it's the carousel and the mallets and stuff. I've just always thought that this image was very striking. So, like the Steelbook quite a bit. I literally just watched this movie on Blu-ray with my daughter, who fell in love with the film. And the next day, I got the 4K of Beetlejuice. I'm like, of course that would happen. But here is the inside, front and back, and the inside, and the nice discs that have the artwork of the sandworm on both the Blu-ray and the 4K, and they're both different images. Very, very nice touch, if I do say so myself. The back here, not a lot of extras, but the Blu-ray does have like 3 episodes of the animated series. Tried watching that with my kid. She got through like 5 minutes of it, and she's just like, yeah, I'm not interested in this too much anymore. So we did not watch any more of it. So what do you do? But yeah, it's still fun, and I enjoy the first one still a lot. The second one, I think I enjoyed more than most. I gave it like a 3.5 out of 5. It was borderline 3 territory, and then it got to the third act, and I really enjoyed seeing Beetlejuice in the afterworld and everything that just seems like to be like his sweet spot, and I liked that quite a bit. A lot of the subplots just kind of disappeared, and it just focused on the core people in the story, and I really appreciated that at all. Yes, I appreciated it a bunch. Found my super ex-girlfriend thrifting today. Had to throw it on my eBay instantly. Is that worth a lot of money or something? I know that there's some random Blu-rays that are worth stupid amounts of money, and I've never really understood that. I know the out-of-print factor, but it's crazy to me that people will pay over $60 for an out-of-print Blu-ray. I will just wait until I see it in the wild for a lot cheaper than that. If the Steelbook market needs to get my attention in the 1970s, yes, Magic, David Attenborough with Sir Anthony Hopkins. I watched that movie 3-4 months ago, and that is a very fun hidden gem for sure. Highly recommend. And Margaret is the main love interest in that movie too. Highly recommend that movie for sure. You have the Steelbook for Beetlejuice. It's nice. It's very nice. Hope I'm not unlucky today. Yes, Friday the 13th. Nothing bad has happened yet. Knock on the wooden table right here. $150 for my super ex-girlfriend. Yes. That would be one that if I found, I would try to flip immediately too, because that's ridiculous. I wish I had Airheads in my collection. I have Airheads on DVD that I will keep, but that is one of like my holy grail items. And I've got to think that that's a movie that'll hit 4K one day from one of these boutique labels for 30, 40 bucks. And that's when I will grab and snatch it, because Airheads is amazing. Airheads is one of the movies that I grew up with as a kid, and it bums me out that I only have it on DVD. I want to have it on Blu-ray, and I feel like it's one of those that I'll randomly find in a Goodwill, in a Salvation Army sometime. So I have not bit the bullet, but that is one that I've been tempted to. Just $260 is insane for any movie that's that old. But Airheads might be worth it. Airheads is a blast. Buy costs under $3 each. Next time you find one, Griffin, let me know. I will gladly pay a little bit extra, more than $3, but less than $260, somewhere around there. You just now own Catch Me If You Can on a Steelbook. That's a nice looking Steelbook for sure. I do own that one. It's a good one. It took me years to find the first one, but after the first, you were searching on Marketplace. I don't go that hard into collecting physical media. Maybe I should, but I don't. I have enough. Like right now, I'm at the point to where I have close to 3,000 movies. I probably do have over 3,000 movies when you count the DVDs and you count the VHS tapes. I'm good. Like space-wise, I'm good. Movie-wise, I'm good. I have to watch everything first before I go crazy and buy new things. I'm also fortunate enough to have things sent to me, so that also kind of lessens the blow of getting more movies in the collection as well. So you got to be a little bit crafty about what you can kind of get your hands on. But yes, I do really want Airheads in the collection very, very badly. Do I have the new Knuckles Steelbook? I do not. I did watch that show on Paramount Plus, and it was quite fun. I had a good time with it. If you like Sonic 1 and 2, the live action ones, you'll like Knuckles. I would say it's the She-Hulk of the Sonic universe, though. It's very tongue-in-cheek at all times. It's very playful. It's a playful series, but personally, I enjoyed She-Hulk. I know a lot of people didn't. I feel like a lot of the same vibes are in Knuckles. So if that's going to kind of throw you off in any direction or give you a fit, I would stand clear for sure. But let's go to the next movie, huh? I just showed off a Steelbook. So let's show off a Kino. I have not shown off any Kino Lorber yet. Here is one of the latest in their Kino Cult line, The Antichrist. I have not seen this movie yet, but I adore the Kino Cult line. I think they look amazing. They look sharp. This is number 15 in the line. Ooh la la. And this is a 4K. A 4K for a 70s Italian style Exorcist movie. I don't know. It just seems it's cool that they're putting this love and care into this type of genre. It also has kind of different imagery. It's a different title, The Tempter, on here. There's a new featurette. You can see the TV spots and opening credits for The Tempter instead of the Antichrist. So a little bit of extra added goodies in the special features. Nothing too crazy. I see Matt's Movie Room is over on TikTok. Nice to see it in here, man, for sure. And yeah. Let's go to, let's see here. I have barely cracked. I haven't even went through a fourth of the movies that I need to just yet. And we've already been live half an hour. That's absolutely nuts. Let's go to another movie. I just showed off 2 out of the 3 I picked up in my last YouTube video where I went to Half Price Books and found some movies. Might as well talk about the last one, Silent Night. Like I said, I'm trying to find and watch as many horror movie remakes as I possibly can. This is a remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, which I did not realize until this movie already hit Blu-ray. I enjoy Silent Night, Deadly Night a lot. I think that's probably one of my favorite holiday horror films. So if you're going to try to reminisce that movie and you have Malcolm McDowell and you have Donald Logue, I love Donald Logue with a passion. I'm going to give this a shot. I feel like it's going to be a fun time at the very least. And I'm always looking for a new horror holiday film to watch. So this will be in December, but this will still count to the horror movie remakes that I'm watching. Is it any good? Let me know in the comments for sure. What did I think of the Minecraft movie trailer? I'm fine. I mean, it's not. I'm not a big fan of Minecraft to begin with, so I'm not really the demographic for that movie. I will say I don't hear enough people talk about how it's directed by Jared Hess, and Jared Hess is the director of Napoleon Dynamite, of Nacho Libre. I think that's the main reason why Jack Black's in this movie. But he also directed one of my least favorite movies of this year. It's a Netflix original animated film, Thelma the Unicorn. That movie had no soul to it. That movie was cookie cutter, to say the least. That movie talked down to its audience, and it drove me absolutely nuts. So I don't have a lot of faith in Minecraft, to say the least, especially since that's the latest movie he's seen. So yeah, not looking forward to Minecraft at all. Have I seen Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice hurt? I have. And I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I talked a little bit about that already. Barnes & Noble or Dollar General? I will do Barnes & Noble. They're a little bit more overpriced, but those Criterion sales, they're having an Arrow Video half-off sale now. I will gladly go there when they have cheap physical media. What was the first Steelbook? Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 was the first Steelbook. Frost, what is? Oh, the Minecraft trailer? Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Am I doing any raffles tonight, Collector Movie Man? I don't think so. Not tonight. I feel like this stream is already going to be super long as is. You bought a huge collection a few months back. You've been doing lots of 50 Blu-rays for $50 to spread the love. That's nice of you for sure. But I feel like this already takes up enough of my time going onto Marketplace and buying big lots of movies only to keep a couple and get rid of the rest. Personally, I don't have time for that. If you do, more power to you. Good way to bulk up your collection quickly. But for me, that's a no for me, Doug. Let's go. I'm trying to look over things in my stack. Let's do a couple of 88 Films titles. I'll just do both of these right off the bat. I've got To Kill a Mastermind and The Golden Lotus. This movie's a big kung fu one. That's what 88 Films is most known for. But I'll talk a little bit more about The Golden Lotus, just because this is more of like a romance film, which I did not expect. This is also, it's got a very, I don't know if I can show this part. This says a baby Jackie Chan. Can I, maybe if I cover this, like you see a lot of limbs there, and you see a lot more than just limbs there. Crazy to see that that's on the back cover of this. And I love the slip cover. It's all nice and shiny. Very, very good. Trying to see the features on here. Not a lot. Not a lot of features, but 88 Films, they always do a good job at putting reversible artwork on their releases. It just looks, I don't know, it looks nice. I wish every company would do that. I don't understand why you would make a slipcover for a movie if it's just going to be the same artwork that's on the inside. When you open the movie, it's the same thing. I've never understood that at all. I guess I can show off the inside of this movie too, because 88 Films always does a great job with the way their things look. And if you flip the artwork over, it matches with the disc, which is also very nice. Then it comes with a whole bunch of art cards. Man, there's nudity all over this thing. There's a booty in here. Wow, 88 Films, you crazy. Jackie Chan, you dirty dog. Okay. This is like I said, a baby Jackie Chan. But next up, let's go to another Steelbook, shall we? I was so excited to get the Steelbook in the mail. I love this franchise. And this franchise is Tremors. The 7-movie collection. I've seen 1, 2, 3, and 7. I have not seen 4, 5, 6. And 1 I have on Blu-ray, but 2 and 3 I have on VHS. That's how I watched them. Cannot wait to see all of these suckers on 4K. This is also a glow-in-the-dark Steelbook. You can kind of see the texture pops a little bit. There, that's better. You can see it in the tooth there at least. Come on, light. Work with me. There we go. You can see a lot of the texture pops where the glow-in-the-dark is going to hit. The back also has some nice texture pops of glow-in-the-darkness. There's a great shot of it right there. Look at that. On the inside, we have 1 and 2 on one disc, 3 and 4 on one disc, 5, 6, and 7 on their own discs. I will say that 6 and 7, they both have to go right here. 7, when I opened it up, came in its own sleeve. Like, it didn't fit in the collection well. I'm like, why would you do that? I'm pretty sure it's because they had a 6-movie collection. All they did is change the Steelbook up, but kept the way they laid out the discs the same and just threw that 7th one in. If this was a 4K set, I would not have done this. But since it's just Blu-ray, Blu-rays don't scratch up that crazily ever. So I just have... Oh, and then it falls out right there. So, see? But it falls out. There's not a scratch on the sucker. You can, like, see my face through it almost. I don't know. I like the Blu-ray format just because they are so durable. But I just have it popped in right here. 6 and 7 are right here. I like the way this looks a lot better than having that weird random cardboard sleeve of a movie there. But Tremors. Cannot wait to see the whole franchise finally. Look at those covers. Speaking of John Heater and Napoleon Dynamite, he's in number 6? 5? He's in 6. 5 has Jamie Kennedy. No, 7. 7 has John Heater. That's the one I've seen. Okay, I should have known that. 5 and 6 had Jamie Kennedy. That's what it is. And I haven't seen either of those. So this should be a very, very, very fun time. Cannot wait to finally watch this entire franchise. Next up, let's go to a Kino Lorber. Don't know too much about this, so I'm going to go very quickly over it. The main reason why I wanted to watch it was because of the cast. This has Eva Marie Saint. This has Gary Cole. This has Andy Griffin in like one of his last performance roles that he did. It's a TV movie, Fatal Vision. All of those checked off a lot of boxes for me. Not a lot in the special features count. It only has an audio commentary with a film historian. Yeah, just interested in the cast. I like a TV movie from time to time. This will be on the list whenever I'm in the mood for that. We have a few comments here. You saw ET DVD in Dollar General for $2, and there were like 20 copies. No, ET's amazing. It's just I don't think a lot of people. I know DVDs are still like the most bought physical media item. I just don't understand why. I feel like the people that own ET or that already love ET own ET. So there's probably just a bunch there just because they can't get rid of them. Please tell me that I have Campfire Tales. I don't, Riley. Sorry, man. I finished Jackie Chan's new movie, The Myth 2. Is it good? Oh, you haven't finished it. Okay, I haven't seen it. So at least you've started it. Speaking of Jackie Chan, you saw Dragon Twins, and I'm surprised Jackie's playing 2 characters. He must be exhausted. Twin Dragons is what you mean. More power to him. That's fun. He's doing the Army Hammer stuff. The Winklevoss twins doing a Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap, playing 2 characters. Very, very fun. Weekly update time. You just saw the remake of John Woo's The Killer. Okay, that's good. He bounced back for me from Silent Night. It was mid for me. Very, very good. For today's watch, in the Philippines, Bill Skarsgård's gonna get okay. I don't really care to see the new Crow. I'll say it. Lionsgate will probably send it to me, and that's when I will probably watch it just to see if it's good. Especially with the remake thing that I'm doing, it kind of goes hand in hand there. So yeah, I will watch it at some point. And I do not own From Paris with Love. I've never seen it. That stars John Travolta and Jonathan Rhys Meyers, right? Maybe? I'm not sure. That sounds right, but I haven't really thought about that movie since it came out. Next up, let's go over another beefy DVD set. I didn't ask for this. It was just kind of sent to me, and I'm not mad at it at all. But I'm actually quite happy. The complete collection of DC Super Friends. Very, very cool. This thing is a brick. This thing can knock some people out. This thing is 3,142 minutes of goodness. I watched this show quite a lot as a kid. Whenever I went over to my grandma's house, she only had like over-the-air antennas, but she had a library very close to her. I rented this a heck of a lot. I've loved superheroes forever, and I really do like this show. And this has everything in it, people. This has Super Friends from 1973, 1978, from 1980 to 1983, including all of the lost episodes. the all-new Super Friends Hour, Challenge of the Super Friends, the world's greatest Super Friends, the legendary Superpower Show, and the Superpowers team, Galactic Guardians. This is just fun. Look how thick that is. Look how thick that is. I'm not going to open it up because it's just going to be Disc City in there. You kind of get the point, but still very cool to have in the collection. That'll be fun to just have like a nice little nostalgic pop one of these days, for sure. Did I get the Joker Steelbook? You mean this one, Collector Movie Man? Joker, yes. This is my second Joker Steelbook that I have, my second 4K Steelbook of Joker that I have. I have not seen the first one since theaters. I've never had the urge to rewatch it. Of course, with Folie à Deux coming out very, very soon, I will rewatch the original. Am I looking forward to it? This movie is a vibe that I don't really like to partake in that often. So, yeah, the inside looks great. All the artwork looks great. I am a little interested to rewatch it just to see if my thoughts are the same, because I did enjoy it when I watched it for the first time. I'm hearing so many bad things about the sequel. I'm hearing that it's not great at all, that it's very messy. I'm interested to see how Folie à Deux actually ends up. Hell House movies are coming out in a box set, but unfortunately not Steelbook. No, but it comes out in a great box set from Umbrella Entertainment. I will be getting that. So one of these lives, make sure to pop in because I will have that one to show off. That is a franchise that I've heard nothing but great things about, but personally I have not seen. So I cannot wait to finally go and check that one out because it seems right up my alley. I'm a big slasher guy for sure. Yes, please. You want that badly, Frost. Rush Hour 4 is ready to film. Do I think it should happen? I know, again, other guest from the podcast, friend of the podcast, Jeff the In Snyder, kind of broke some news on Rush Hour 4. He talked about how Brett Ratner is he has the rights to direct Rush Hour 4 and he doesn't want to let go of them. So if that movie is going to happen, he's going to have to direct it. And I don't see that being a good thing for the movie PR wise. I want to say the rights are with Lionsgate now. Lionsgate would be the studio that would come out with the fourth installment. I could see this one being like a really big hit overseas. In the US, I'm not sure. I don't know if the Rush Hour franchise has kind of lost its luster, I guess. I really like 1 and 2. 3 was okay. I probably would see a fourth. I'm just hoping that Brett Ratner does not direct it, for sure. Fudge the allegations. You still want it? There you go, Prince. Oh, you know about it too? Yeah, a lot of movie studios won't do it. Yeah, but it is up to Lionsgate to see if they want to put out the cash for a movie that might not work. And with their track record right now, I don't know if they can afford to not put out a big hit. Rush Hour 4, it's a gamble. Even though it's a franchise that people love, if Brett Ratner directs it, I don't know if it would do well. I really, really don't. And with Borderlands and The Crow doing so terribly for that studio, and they have Megalopolis coming out, which I don't think is going to make them a lot of money. They have The Killer's Game, which I'm hoping does well. I'm hoping that's kind of like a sleeper hit for them. I like Lionsgate a lot. So I'm just hoping they have more hits next year than they did this year. Because this year it's been a little bit rough for them, for sure. For sure. But what? I still have 20-ish movies. I'm going to show some of these a little bit quickly because I am feeling myself like drain out of energy the longer this thing goes. So let's do a little bit of a rapid fire time, okay? I'm going to do Steelbook, regular release, Steelbook, regular release. So let's start with a doozy of a Steelbook. We have Wind River right here, folks. Wind River, absolutely phenomenal movie. Very, very happy that Lionsgate put this sucker out on 4K. Love this movie so much. Got to show off front, back cover. Love the Wolfie in the back cover there in the mountains. Open it up, front and back right there. Looking simple yet striking for sure. We have a whole bunch of white on the inside, whole bunch of snow. Jeremy Renner trying to shoot that dang old wolf right here. If you haven't seen this movie, directed by Taylor Sheridan, who got famous, of course, for Yellowstone, but also helped write Sicario, helped write Hell or High Water, directed Wind River. He's just a very talented guy. Also came up with Tulsa King, I think, with Sly Stallone. Highly recommend Wind River if you can get your hands on the Steelbook. I know it's been kind of sold out. I'm hoping that Lionsgate's usually good at coming out with second runs of Steelbooks that sell out very quickly. So fingers crossed that it'll still be the same with Wind River. It says first pressing, by the way. Yes, every single Lionsgate Steelbook does say first pressing if it is indeed first pressing on the spine. There we go. So it's not upside down. You can see that right there. So you should check your Lionsgate Steelbooks to see if they say first pressing or not. Will that make the first pressings ever go up in value? I don't know. But it's a very cool touch that physical media, movie-wise, is starting to do that. Lionsgate's the only one that does that right now. I'm kind of hoping that that trend kind of continues upward. But I'm going to blow my nose one more time. Let's watch another video. Let's watch one of the best low-key video boutique intros in the game. Here you go. Boom. MVD Rewind collection. That sucker slaps every single time I put it on, man. Top-notch stuff. Do I have any MVD stuff? That would be a great transition, would it not? I should have been prepared for that. I kind of do. And since I just showed off a Steelbook, let's go with something else. Let's do Dark Knight of the Scarecrows 1 and 2 double feature from MVD Visual, VCI Entertainment. Marvelous. I was terrified. Vincent Price said this. Vincent Price. Was he paid to say it? Was he out of his mind? Who knows? But this has been a duology that I've wanted to see. It's crazy. I'm going to watch it for the first time in 4K. 2024 is nuts when it comes to what movies get the 4K treatment and which ones do not. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. Have you seen it? If you have, let me know in the comments, please. Because I only know a couple people that have seen it, but they did enjoy it for the most part. So very happy to finally have it in the collection and able to watch it. But let's get to another Steelbook, huh? This will be a theme. Dracula. I have my Blu-ray slipcovers over it. I was dumbfounded that the new 4Ks don't have the plastic slip on there. That sucks. That absolutely sucks, if I'm being honest. They have the J card. I just took this off of my Blu-ray. I will sell the Blu-rays without this because I want as much protection as humanly possible. This costs more than what the Blu-ray did originally, and it has less packaging than what it came out with. And honestly, I got the Blu-ray Steelbook on sale for $10. They were selling all the Universal ones for $10. Best Buy, back in the day. You can find some great releases on the cheap, but here's the 4K. This is a great looking release. I will say that. All the original artwork by Alex Ross it pops off the Steelbook. It looks absolutely stunning, man. But I don't want to give up. I do not want to give up these slipcovers. So they are making the transition from Blu-ray to 4K, even though it doesn't say it right here. It comes with like a J card that has the 4K format. Just a crappy choice, if I'm being honest. If you're going to re-release a Steelbook, go all the way and re-release it the way that it was originally released. Mini rant over. Okay, mini rant is done. Next up, let's go over a Sony Pictures title, huh? Let's go over A League of Their Own, finally out on 4K. Watched this movie for the first time last year. Absolutely fell in love with it. It's one of those movies to where you kind of are beating yourself up for not seeing it sooner. Like you knew or you thought you knew what the movie was about by seeing highlight clips. Like, there's no crying in baseball. Like, that's all I really thought the movie would be. But it's a lot more than that. It's very sentimental. Love me a good sports flick. I love to see that this movie finally got a standalone 4K release. This was in Columbia Classics Volume 1 or 2? I think 1. It's just nice that this is out. And it comes with a lot of great special features. Again, not really on the 4K. There's a big trend of not putting a lot of special features on the 4K because you want to get the best image quality possible. You don't want to kind of cram that disc full of special features because it kind of tears that down a little bit. But there's a documentary, 9 memorable endings. There's 3 episodes of the 1993 TV series A League of Their Own. Had no idea that existed. There's a music video by Madonna where it's just her on the ball field again. This used to be my playground. And a featurette. And commentaries with Peggy Marshall, Lori Petty, Tracy Reiner. Very, very cool stuff. And a lot of deleted scenes. So if that is your bag, there you go. If you've not seen A League of Their Own, doesn't matter if you're a fan of sports or not, I do think this is one that you can watch and still have a good time with. Steelbook next. I showed off Dracula. I gotta show off Frankenstein right here. Out of the two, I prefer Frankenstein over Dracula personally. I think this movie still holds up today. This movie is a banger. I love just the old-fashioned movie font here on the back. Inside also looks nice and crispy right there. And remember when I said that black and white movies look very, very nice on 4K? This and Dracula are definitely not an exception to the rule. They look phenomenal, folks. Phenomenal. Let's see here. I'm kind of going so fast that I'm missing some of these comments as well. Wind River, Blink Twice, The Myth 2, Cuckoo. Next week is sorted. There you go, man. Did it come with bubble wrap, the Wind River Steelbook? It did. It did. There's no damage on that sucker whatsoever. Thing of beauty. Absolutely. You heard about Beyond the Spider-Verse getting bumped to 2027. Yes. And honestly, that's fine. Take as much time as you need. It sounds like when they were making Enter the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. Not the second one. Enter into. Yes. Jesus. My brain is going dead right now. Into the Spider-Verse. When they were making the second one, it kind of sounded like they were making it in not the best environments, I guess. They were being worked to death almost is what you could kind of say, and they weren't getting compensated correctly for it. So if we have to wait a couple of years and the people actually making the movie are living healthy lives, that's fine with me. I can wait. I can wait a decade for this sequel and be absolutely fine. Do I want to see it as soon as possible? Absolutely. But I also want the people making it to be happy about the jobs they have, because first and second movie are some of my favorite superhero movies of all time. Don't mess up the third one. I want to say that there are reports that even like the stuff that they already had made, they're scrapping because they're changing some story elements, which this late in the game sounds kind of crazy, but you only get one shot at the final product, so make it as nice as you can, for sure. Do I have Howard the Duck? I do have Howard the Duck. Where is it? H. Is it right behind me? It is. Howard the Duck. I don't like it. I don't like the movie. I'll keep the Steelbook, but this movie was not for me. Great looking Steelbook, though, right? Striking image. Howard the Duck. How did the Cat in the Hat get on Netflix? I don't know. Found Dracula at Walmart for $24.99. Very, very nice. Isn't it crazy that that's a steal price now for a Steelbook? Like I said, I found the Blu-rays for $10. And that used to be like the best deal you could possibly get on Steelbooks. Now it's probably $20. The $5 fines and bargain bins are now done. That will not happen again, I don't think. And if it does, I will still like hop on those suckers like crazy. But personally, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Again, at least. They're just getting rid of old Best Buy stock. Here's a find that I found at Goodwill, and I was very happy to do a nice 4K upgrade to Hotel Transylvania 3. Love this franchise so much. I had the rest. I had 1, 2 on 4K, 3 I did not, and 4, as I know, did not get a 4K release. It only got a Blu-ray. I do have the Blu-ray of that, and yeah, it's just kind of nice to like I said, animated films in 4K, mwah, chef's kiss, look always nice. And when I can get a 4K upgrade for $2.50, I will do that 10 times out of 10. And honestly, I already moved the 4K disc out of this into my Steelbook of Hotel Transylvania 3. So I should do a giveaway on this. Possibly in October, I will. If you're okay with a Blu-ray and DVD being in a 4K case, I will do a giveaway if you guys are interested in that one. Hotel Transylvania 3. My mouth is already getting dry again. Where are you? Are you like super... Yes, you're right behind me. Hotel Transylvania 3. Right here. Speaking of glow-in-the-dark Steelbooks, look at all the texture pops on here. Like this sucker, when you put light up to it and you turn the lights off, this glows like absolute crazy. This glows amazingly. Some of the glow-in-the-dark Steelbooks that came out earlier this year really don't. They really don't. Look at the back. Look at the back image. And this Steelbook I also paid $10 for. So good. I'm glad I started collecting Steelbooks when I did because I was able to get a lot for not a lot. And now Steelbooks cost a lot. They cost a crazy amount. Do I use protectors on my Steels? On some of the more valuable ones, not on all of them, Evans. I would go broke if I bought protectors for all of them. Hope I'm having a great day. About to watch Friday the 13th, the final chapter, Faith Crow. Probably my favorite Friday the 13th movie as well. So I hope you enjoy. I might, if I get... I have this much of a stack left to go, so it's not going as quickly. I thought this would be a long one, but I also want to watch a Friday the 13th movie. I feel obligated to on the day, and the day is quickly going away, so we'll see. Did you say you put 4K in a Blu-ray Steelbook case? You do the same, Van Gogh? Yeah, I did, because I like the Steelbook, and I'm not going to get rid of the Steelbook just because I found the 4K disc. I'll just pop the disc out, get rid of this, and go on my way. Go on my way for sure. Thanks for liking the live, everybody, on TikTok. Totally appreciate that. Norman Reedus will play the god of symbiotes. Oh, he is playing that. I didn't realize that. The last one will tell the origin of Venom's story. The more footage I see for The Last Dance, is that what it's called? Venom The Last Dance? The more I'm getting excited for that movie. So hopefully it's the best one of the bunch, because that's not going to be hard to do. I thought the first one was fine. I thought the second one was terrible. So it can only go up from here for me personally. But I showed off Hotel Transylvania 2. I only have one more Steelbook, and I saved this one for last because I don't really know too much about it. But it is Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. And this was supposed to be a 4-part tale. Sounds like that 4-part tale is only going to be a 2-part tale. So I have half the franchise here now. I'm not the biggest Western guy. I do like Kevin Costner. And I love how he put up a lot of his own money to kind of produce this movie. Doesn't sound like it's going too great for Costner, but I still like the chutzpah, the cojones to be like, yeah, I have enough faith in myself to put a lot of my own money into this project, and hopefully people go and see it. Sorry, I'm going to fix my hat, man. My hair is like poking out of it like crazy. There we go. Let's see here. How's it going, Walkman, over on TikTok side of things? Horizon is very good. Really enjoyed it. Is it a standalone film? Because I heard it's not. I heard you watch 3 hours and you get half a story, and you get a trailer for the second movie at the very end. I don't know how I feel about that. I really, really don't. I feel like I won't want to watch the first one until the second one is out. That's just me. And that's just me knowing very little about the movie as well. Let's do... Should we do like a Kino quickfire? Let's do it. Yeah, I like the way that rolls off the tongue. Kino Lorber quickfire. Let's quickly go over the next edition in the Kino Cult line. Number 16, Zoltan, Hound of Dracula. Yes, this is about a killer pooch. Look at that. Dracula's dog. Dracula's dog is a way better title than Zoltan, Hound of Dracula. Look at that. Oh my God. That looks stunning. I love it so, so much. There's a radio spot for Dracula's dog. I want to hear that. I want to hear all of that old-timey goodness being about the dog of the devil, maybe. There's more to the legend than meets the throat. There's more to the legend than meets the throat. Come on. When the Russian army unearths the vault of Dracula, they accidentally unleash his undead human slave and the Count's vampire hellhound Zoltan. Okay. You don't have to do that much to sell me on this movie. That sounds amazing. That sounds like a movie I want to watch pronto. The cover art of Dracula's dog got me to like this level. Reading that synopsis, just the first sentence of that, I'm ready. I'm ready for some Zoltan. And that's a 4K too. Let's go. I love me some Kino 4Ks. They put 4Ks out for the most random movies, and I love every bit of it. Speaking of random 4Ks from Kino, let's keep the Kino quickfire going. Link. I remember seeing this image in video rental stores. Elizabeth Shue, Terrence Stamp, Link. You can see Inside Out 2 playing right there. There's Riley in the locker room. Watch out. Elizabeth Shue, Terrence Stamp, Link. A Richard Franklin film. An Experiment in Terror. This sounded a lot like Monkey Shines from George Romero. This sounded a lot like that in the synopsis, except it's a larger chimp. So I thought Monkey Shines was fine. Is this movie going to be any better? I don't know, but I will watch one of these days for sure. Kino Quickfire. Let's go with a couple of really crazy movies. Crazy 80s action movies. You got to be in the right mood, but when you're in the right mood, you don't want anything else. Here is Michael Dudikoff in Avenging Force. This just looks like your average 80s action film, does it not? American Ninja himself is in this film. I don't even need to read the description because it is literally a man out on revenge on a manhunt. There's that. Next one. This one sounds more intriguing to me. Rolling Vengeance. It's about a killer monster truck. When a clan of drunken goons get off scot-free after senselessly killing a young trucker's family, the trucker takes matters into his own hands by building the ultimate monster truck to even the score. Yes. Let's go. A slasher film with a big rig, or I guess big rig's a semi. A monster truck? I was trying to think of a different name for monster truck, but big wheel? Monster truck? Big wheel? Maybe? It's got Ned Beatty in it as the bad guy, the clan leader. Okay. This sounds like a load of fun. This sounds like a compelling echoes of Rocky and Death Wish, says Variety. Love Rocky. Love Death Wish. If Rolling Vengeance is a B-movie version of those, God, that sounds like a blast. How long is this? 92 minutes? You are striking a lot of boxes on preferences I have for watching films. That might be a workplace watch. That might go in the workplace watch pile right there. We have 3 more titles to go over in the Kino Quickfire. Let's do the big box set. We have Film Noir, The Dark Side of Cinema, Volume 21. How crazy is that? That's absolutely bonkers to me. They come out with this many box sets for Film Noir. The 3 in question, this version, this volume, Cloak and Dagger, Shack Out on 101, and Shortcut to Hell. I feel like I have a lot of film noirs to catch up on before I pop this sucker open. So it'll stay sealed until that time. But mark my words, I will rip the sucker open when I get through some of my film noirs that I need to. I have a lot of catching up to do when it comes to that genre of film. Next up, this is a spin-off from Kino Lorber in their Raro line, Cinema Art Visions. This is an Italian slasher, if I remember correctly. Madness. Look at the artwork. Look at the artwork on Madness. That artwork is madness. That is a thing of beauty from me, I think. This is a violent thriller starring a cult icon that I've never heard of. After brutally killing 2 farmers with a pitchfork, escaped prisoner Joe makes a beeline for the holiday cottage he has stashed some loot 5 years before. But before he can retrieve his cash, a car pulls up with a womanizer. His trusting wife and her flirty sister. Madness ensues. That sounds like a solid plot structure to me as well. We'll be getting to that one very soon. Here's a movie. The last one in the Kino Quickfire. I've seen the remake, the Coen Brothers remake. One of the main Coen Brothers movies I have not liked. I've heard good things about the original, The Lady Killers. The artwork on this looks absolutely stunning. The artwork on this looks killer. My problem with The Lady Killers was not the story. It was kind of the performances and just... Maybe it was a little bit of the story. Maybe the story was not... Honestly, I remember watching The Lady Killers. I don't remember a lot about The Lady Killers. That movie was very, very forgettable. But it does have a hell of a premise. I will say that. In this gangster comedy, to end all gangster comedies, okay? The impeccable Alec Guinness, is Professor Marcus, ostensibly a musician and academic who rents a London flat from a sweet old lady. He tells her that from time to time, several other musicians will visit in order to rehearse. In truth, the professor can't play a note, nor can his visitors. He's a criminal mastermind holding court over his gang of thieves. That's all I'm going to say. I feel, excuse me, I feel my throat going. Probably shouldn't read all these synopsises. I have 7 more movies left. Let's quickly go through the Radiance Films movies that I have. I have 3 of these. I have Tattooed Life. I have Viva la Muerte. And last but not least, I have A Man on His Knees. And as you can see, they come with these pieces of paper on the spines. I don't personally like those. Sorry, I just dropped my phone. I don't personally like those when I have them on the shelf. I like the way that this looks a lot cleaner. But those paperworks have a lot of good information on them. So they fold very nicely on the inside right here. They fit very nicely too. That's where I keep mine. But they also come with reversible artwork, which is nice. They also come with a booklet as well. Your standard boutique stuff. But yeah, I think these look very, very sleek. And it's always, I want Radiance to get a little bit more recognition because it's from people who made Arrow Video. I want to say like one of the founders of Arrow Video left and started Radiance. So I'm hoping that that just continues to kind of grow and grow because they do make very high quality releases for sure. I have 4 more titles to talk about. Let's actually get to some of the comments because I feel like I have not looked at those in a while. Griffin liked Horizon. If Grand Theft Auto gets a movie, you would lose your mind. I feel like, I guess the time hasn't passed because 5 was super popular. 6 will probably be super popular. That movie seems too big, or that game seems too big for a movie at this point. If it were to happen, should have happened when like 3, Vice City, San Andreas were coming out. Like the PS2 time, I feel like, was the prime time for a Grand Theft Auto movie. There's more to the story coming. I was really hoping to watch both back-to-back in theaters because Chapter 2 was due like 3 weeks later. Yeah, originally it was supposed to. But 1 did nothing in theaters, so they postponed 2 indefinitely, and that'll probably get like a Netflix premiere if I had to be a betting man. Some type of streaming premiere. It will not be a theatrical run at all. And they were in production for Chapter 3, and I have not heard a peep on that since Chapter 1 did not do well. So who the heck knows? Show me the Beetlejuice 2 Steelbook. I don't have it. They have images out there for it. Pretty basic, but it has a nice slip cover to go over the plastic sleeve. So that's very nice. How's it going, EJP? Have you gotten the Resident Evil collection possibly? I don't have that one, but that thing is a beaut. And that thing's been on sale a couple times too. So I feel like the longer I wait, the cheaper it's going to get. And for me, the sweet spot would be like $50. If that sucker gets to $50, I will be pouncing on it because I love me a good Steelbook set. As you can see above me, I've got a lot right up there. I like to look at them every day. Every day I go downstairs to my collection. I love seeing the Steelbook sets. Let's see here. We have 4 more movies. Let's go to this one. I was intrigued by this because I used to love Louis C.K., but ever since the accusations came out, he has went radio silent. I've been radio silent on him. Sorry Not Sorry is a documentary about how he did what he did, with an asterisk, I guess. What do you say? I don't know. I'm interested to watch the movie, but I feel like it's going to be very slanted in one direction. And the truth, I'm assuming, is somewhere in the middle of what Louis C.K. is saying and what is being kind of thrown out there. We'll see. Sexual misconduct is not a good thing by any means at all, and I do not approve of it whatsoever. I'm interested. I'm interested to see. I feel like this is going to be like an R. Kelly bash piece, like a P. Diddy. There's going to be a documentary on him. I get what they did was bad, but sometimes I don't want to watch an hour and a half, 2-hour long documentary on everything they did. I just kind of know they did bad things, and I'm not going to support them because they did those bad things. I don't need to go into gruesome detail about it. And I'm nervous that's what this is going to be. We'll see. I'm intrigued about it, to say the least. Office watch for sure, going in that pile over there. I've got 3 more. I've got 3 more left. What is my opinion on Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City? You know what? I have the 4K Steelbook. I haven't seen the movie yet. I've not seen that one yet. I have seen, there's like 8 live-action Resident Evil movies now? 7, 8? I've seen 5. I haven't seen the final chapter, and I haven't seen Welcome to Raccoon City. And there might be one other one that I haven't seen, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Here is the next title, Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. I have Part 1 and 2. Haven't watched them all because I was waiting for number 3 to come out. Now that it finally has, I'll be able to just marathon 1, 2, and 3, get the full story all in one sitting. Can't wait to do so because they're all about the 90-minute mark. This is 98 minutes. This also has Terry McGinnis in it, Mr. Batman Beyond himself. Did not know he was part of this story, so that intrigues me even more to kind of see how he gets interwoven into this very classic comic storyline. So there's that. 2 more to go. 2 more to go. First one, very quickly, another 4K I found at Goodwill that I did not make a video about. Despicable Me, number 3. This is going to be a 4K upgrade as well. I don't think I've swapped out the discs yet. I haven't. I'm going to put this 4K in my Blu-ray Steelbook, and that'll be that there. This will just be a Blu-ray and a DVD, and I'll keep my Steelbook. Last but not least, weird that I saved this one for last, but I do like this documentary series, I guess is what it would technically be. Icons Unearthed. They go over a pop culture something or other. They've done one on The Simpsons. They've done one on Batman. They did one on The Fast and the Furious. And I do love me. I'm a fan of the family. Okay. I love me some Fast and Furious. So watching this has got to be super long. 4 hours and 24 minutes. Watching a 6-part documentary series on the making of every single movie in the franchise. That sounds very, very good to me. T.I.'s in this. Ludacris is in this. Roger Corman is in this for some reason, I guess. Lucas Black is in this from Tokyo Drift. So, I don't know. This seems right up my alley, but this also seems like something that'll be on in the background. Office watch party pile right there. But that is everything. That is all of the movies that I had to showcase off. And we were live 75 minutes. That's a pretty good time for showing off 40 plus movies, if I do say so myself for sure. I don't know if you can hear, but I can hear my voice going a little bit again, and I'm trying to get healthy quickly. And I feel like these live streams are doing the opposite of that. So I am probably going to go here soon. But before I do, I'm still trying to keep the tradition alive of playing movie games at the very end of these. So at the very least, I want to do Moviedle. I really like playing Moviedle. It shows you a second from a movie very, very quickly. As you can see, I have not started it yet. Let's watch this and see how quickly we can get it. Whoa. Wish I could watch that again. I cannot. That seemed kind of like Victorian era-esque. I don't have anything on that one. Normally, I'm pretty good at watching the 1 second ones. I don't know if I've seen this movie. I'm going to skip because I don't know. That went way too quickly for me and my sick brain. Yes, the Victorian vibes I was definitely seeing for sure. Does anybody have any guesses in the comments? Let's go back to the comments. No one is helping me out here yet. I do not know what this movie is off the top of my head at all. And I feel like I should, but I don't. Let's try one more time. Let's skip this one again. I don't even have a good guess. This is not my genre of film, folks. Oh, God. Oh, God. We should just stop. I'm not going to get this. I'm really not gonna get it. I feel like I should know this, and I don't. I'm going to do one more, and if I don't get it off the fourth one, it's going slow enough now. I just don't think I know the film. I don't know this film. I have no idea what this is. This is a terrible idea. Let's stop sharing the screen here. No idea whatsoever. We cannot go out on a dub. There's no way, or on an L. We got to go out on a dub. Let's do one more here. I have a couple movie games out here. Let's do let's do the Cinematrix. This is fun. This gives you a grid. You get 3 actors, you get 3 topics, and you have to kind of see where all of them fit. Kevin Bacon in horror. There are a few options that we can do, but I want to keep Friday the 13th for the number in the title because I feel like that's going to nip us in the butt later on. So I'm going to do Friday the 13th right off the bat for Mr. Kevin Bacon. This is going to be pretty high. 37%, not that high. Okay, not that high. That was going to be a lot higher there. Crispin Glover for horror. I could go Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Or I could go Willard. Willard would be technically horror, right? I'm trying to think. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Because 13 is still in the title. I gotta do this. I gotta do Friday the 13th, the final chapter. There it is. It's got a number in it. Gotta keep that tradition going. And Corey Feldman. Oh, God. Corey Feldman with a number in the title. He's also in Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Can I not do that? Isn't he technically in Friday the 13th 5? I think he is. Friday the 13th, part 5, A New Beginning? Right? Right? Am I going to lose off of this one? I think he is. No, 6. Was he at the beginning of 6 or the beginning of... Because 5 was its own thing. I think he was at the beginning of 6, and he... Fart. I'm going to go with 6. I'm going to go with 6 and kind of live or die with that. Yes. Okay, good. He was at the very beginning of 6. Okay. I was nervous. That is some awesome artwork for Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. That looks amazing. That movie was Princess Bride, Robbie Franco, the one on Moviedle. I didn't think it was. It didn't look old enough to me to be Princess Bride. I like Princess Bride. I didn't really notice anything from that other one at all. But if you guys can help me out with the Vulture Cinematrix over here, with the Kevin Bacons, the horror, and the 1985 for everybody, that would be greatly appreciated on my end for sure. Let's go back here. Crispin Glover in horror. I will do Willard. Guess Willard. Or what? Willard. Guess. Boom, there's that 78%. Okay, That one has more percentage than any of the Friday the 13th. That's very shocking, especially for today. And then 1985 is when Back to the Future came out. So that's an easy one as well. Boom, 79% there too. Kevin Bacon. Was Footloose in 86, 85, or was it 84? I don't want to throw that out just there then. Horror, he was in Hollow Man, Kevin Bacon. So I will put Hollow Man in for my horror guess. Corey Feldman, is Lost Boys horror? It's got to be, right? I'm putting in the Lost Boys as horror here. And now I just have to come up with two more. Kevin Bacon from 85 to 95. When was Apollo 13? Was Apollo 13 94 or was that 95? I don't think it was 96. I think Apollo 13, and I might die on this sword because I can't think of anything Kevin Bacon in the late 80s or early 90s. I think Apollo 13 is fine. I think it's going to be close. Oops. APOLLO. I think I'm fine. Ooh, 3%. That was a 3% guess, folks. I like that. I like that a lot. So now my last one is Corey Feldman, 1985 to 1995. I don't think Goonies. Was Goonies in 84? Corey Feldman movies. License to Drive? Wasn't that a two Corey's movie? I'm trying to think of Corey Feldman movies. My goodness. A Goofy movie? Right? No, that's Pauly Shore. Never mind. Sorry about that. No, don't worry about that. License to Drive is where my brain is going. Am I gonna LICEN? License to Drive. This is for all the marbles, folks. Is this correct? Yes, 13%. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, good. We got all of them correct. I love doing that. Tremors. Why? I just talked about Tremors today and I didn't guess Tremors. And Goonies was 85. Okay. So I could have been safe there as well. The most correct answers by percentage: Goonies, Lost Boys, which I guessed, Hollow Man, which I guessed, Willard, which I guessed. Apollo 13 was the number in the title here, not Friday the 13th. Okay. I can see that as well. And I didn't realize we could pick the final chapter 2 separate times. I'm happy with my part 6. I'm really happy with my part 6 grab. And here are the rarest correct answers. We didn't get any of them today. He was in the New Blood too? Corey Feldman? Did not realize that. I've never heard of Demon Murder Case. I've never heard of Simon Says or Crashers or 200 IQ. God, I forgot Magic Voyage was a thing until I just saw that. I don't know. This game is fun. I enjoy playing Cinematrix for sure. I did not look at your guys' comments at all. A New Beginning is 5. I did know that, but I wasn't sure if he was in 5 or 6. Quicksilver. Wow, forgot about that Kevin Bacon biking movie. That must have been in that time frame. Yeah, I think you're right. Tremors. Yes. Again, I feel very dumb for not getting that one. For sure. Dream a Little Dream. That's another. I have that movie on Best Run Video. I haven't seen it yet though, so maybe this is a sign to watch that one too. I think this is a sign more or less to watch Friday the 13th. Just which one? Should I go Final Chapter? Should I go Jason Lives? Those are the two that I'm kind of back and forth on for sure. Simon Says with Rodman. I've never seen Simon Says with Rodman. What's the one movie you'll bring on a 1-week vacation? Honestly, if I'm going on vacation, I'm going to stream something. I'm not going to carry a 4K player and movies along with me. When I'm on vacation, I want it to be convenient. When I'm at home, that's when I will focus and watch the best quality image that there possibly can be. But we have been live for about 90 minutes now. I think that's going to call it a day. I have one more movie game to do. Gosh, should we just do that one? Okay, pull my leg, why don't you? Let's do Cine to Nerdle, huh? Let's do the original puzzle today. I've not done this one yet either. Let's see if I can get it right off the bat. Oh, I did do it? This is the wrong one. Maybe I have to go home. There. Let's just do this. Okay. Because the one that I did was one That I must have not refreshed the page or something. Okay. There are 5 movies that you have to make out of these 20 grids. So just looking at everything, Best Picture winner, Gwyneth Paltrow. It's obviously Shakespeare in Love. So I'm gonna move. You only have 20 moves as well. So I'm gonna put Shakespeare in Love right here, since Gwyneth Paltrow and Best Picture winner were right next to each other. But then we have. I'm going to go with the Jon Favreau one next. Chauffeur, Jon Favreau makes sense. Billionaire, weaponized suit. But why isn't... I'm going to put billionaire here. Nope, I'm going to put billionaire here. So what's the other one? It's not Edward Norton. It's not Jackie Chan. It's not live action remake. Weaponized? This is Iron Man. I thought Jon Favreau was the chauffeur. I guess he's the limo driver. I guess that's not what they're looking for. It's not Edward Norton. He wasn't in Iron Man. What's the other one for Iron Man? It's not Jennifer Love Hewitt. Well, this is the tuxedo, right? Murder Mystery, Jackie Chan, Jennifer Love Hewitt, right? No? I thought she was in the tuxedo. Maybe she's not. Jackie Chan, Prince, help me. You love Jackie Chan. I'm going back. No one has mentioned a single thing in the comments. Oh boy. Okay. How many more moves do I have left? I have 11 swaps, and I only have 1 movie so far with Iron Man right here, ready to go. I just don't know what one out of these would be right there. Edward Norton, Idris Elba, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Murder Mystery. I am at a loss, folks. I'm trying to put like 2 and 2 together here, and I don't know if I can do it. Onion. Onion? Is Onion Iron Man? No. Why would Onion be Iron Man? I think I might be making this out a little bit too hard. Like, this is the time where I panic and I just like swap things all over the place. Live action remake. Live action remake of an animated film. Murder Mystery is an Iron Man. Is it? It's not. Jennifer Love Hewitt is an Iron Man. King Louie is an Iron Man. Oh, Jungle Book. King Louie. Live action remake. Onion? Jungle Book? What? No. Murder Mystery? Jungle Book? What? No. What? I have 3 more left. 7 swaps. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot going on here right now. Oh, shoot. Jon Favreau, King Louie, Jackie Chan. But it's also... Okay, this is... Okay. Jungle Book. I don't think Jackie Chan's in Jungle Book. But why are... It's got to be this way, right? I am at a loss right now. Because Jon Favreau has got to be the one that goes horizontal and vertical. I'm going to put Murder Mystery here, and that's not it. And neither is Onion, and neither is Edward Norton. So what am I missing? I'm missing something that's going to make me so upset when I don't get it. I can already tell you that right now. Gwyneth Paltrow. That's what it is. That's what it is. But now how do I get Shakespeare in Love? I have to move everything over. Oh, I'm screwed. I got to do this. And I got to do this. Oh, and I got to do this. So now I have 2 movies, but I have 2 moves. I'm done. Chauffeur, Jackie Chan, Jennifer Love Hewitt. In Love? Gwyneth Paltrow? I am so lost. Jon Favreau, Jackie Chan, King Louie, which is live action remake. Yeah, there's no way. I'm done. I'm cooked. I don't know. Let's just do this. What were the movies? I got 2 out of the 3. Give me the solution, please. Did not think of Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery at all. Orange. Billionaire Murder Mystery, Ed Norton, Onion. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The Tuxedo was the one I was talking about with Jackie Chan, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Weaponized Suit. I would not have thought of that for that. And then the last one was The Jungle Book, live action remake. Jon Favreau. I forgot Idris Elba was in that movie. Live action remake, King Louis. So everything was there, and I just had one big old brain fart. Well, stop sharing that. Way to go out on an absolute bummer. Bummer there, folks. Jackie Chan was a voice. He wasn't. Right? Yeah, he wasn't in there for Jungle Book. Weapon suit for Jackie Chan. It's been forever since I've seen The Tuxedo. I totally forgot. Edward Norton Hulk with RDJ in credits. But it was about Iron Man. It wasn't about... Edward Norton wasn't part of that solution, right? No, he wasn't. Man, that one tricked my brain a little bit. Normally, I'm pretty good at those. That one was not going with me. We were not seeing eye to eye on that sucker. But I guess with that loss, I can't go out on a loss. Let's go home. Let's do just Cine Nerdle, huh? Cine Nerdle's got to be easier. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Cine Nerdle Google. No. Why is it doing this? Cine. There. Let's play the original Cine Nerdle, okay? I gotta go out on a win. Sorry. That's how my brain is wired. Here's Cine Nerdle. Can I make this larger for you guys? I can't. Oh, there's an ad here now. Cool. Okay. Cine Nerdle. We get a picture. How can I go larger here? I thought there was a way to there we go. Expand this sucker. Okay. Cine Nerdle. There we go. Okay. I always pick one of the corners. This gives you a frame from a movie. You got to go see that movie is. Let's go with this top corner. Bad corner to start from. Let's do this one now. What is this? Let's go middle. It's cat of some sort. I need this person. Oh, it's a dog. That's John Wick. If I would have went with that corner, could have got it right away. But as is, where do I guess? Right here. This is, of course, the original John Wick, baby. Great movie. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. If I would have went with that one as a 50-50 choice, John Wick is that one. See, that's quick. That's an easy one. Those are the fun ones I like. Well, that's it for episode number 16 of New Release Roundup. Thanks, everybody, for coming in, for watching. Very much appreciate it. But until next time, hopefully I'm a little bit better. But until next time, I'll see you.